today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time.
They'll be led by the Heisman finalist from a season ago, the rookie from Alabama, Mac Jones.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
The numbers a week ago for Everett: 7 catches, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now Jones. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Now, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Landry. The completion there by Mac Jones. And Charles, what do you think this defense needs to do to slow down this young rookie from Alabama?
Well, as usual with a rookie, pass rush is big. Put some pressure on him and see if he can handle things in the pocket. But the other one is your defensive backs, linebackers who are covering people, they need to be on the spot because he's extremely accurate with the ball. He doesn't miss very many throws downfield, puts it right on his receivers. You have to be there to stop them at the point of the catch.
Running on first down, Eckler.
Myles Garrett, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Jones. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Jones.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. They'll find Everett there, complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Back to throw. Jones. Touchdown, Falcons! A great effort there. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by the 3rd overall pick in April's draft, the rookie from North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff. Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run. Here's Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Shotgun now for Lance. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to have a third down.
From midfield, here's Lance.
And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Lance.
He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
Ooh, with a juke.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They run with Harris. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try.
Lance looking to throw it.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie. Yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Jones.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Falcons send out their punter. Waiting on it will be Richie James. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
And you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
On second down, it's Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Harris. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Lance. Finding some room at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing now is Lance. And Lazard's got it again. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Lance going to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Lance now on first down. That caught by Trimble. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 30 on second down, Lance. He completes it to Boyd. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Working from the gun, Lance. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Lance. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, Jones. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. That catch good for only a couple. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. And he's got the hook up to Landry. First down now, but that clock rolling. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll look to throw again. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. Jonathan Taylor with a touchdown run. From there, let's head to Philly to see what's happening with the Eagles. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Josh Allen, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Nelson Aguilar, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Here's Richie James on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Lance now on first down. It's brought in by Harris. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Throwing is Lance on third down. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
On second down, Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Throwing on second and 8. Lance. There's Tremble, the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
They hand this off to Harris. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. It's his 12th rushing touchdown, his 14th overall. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So that challenge, a successful one. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Allen Lazard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants
at
the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line.
3 tight ends up front here, third and goal.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a fourth down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On the run, it's Penny. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Lance now to throw.
Able to find Lazard.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Second and 9. Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Now Lance. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. On second down now. It's Harris. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. First down, and they go back to Harris. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
75 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run on first down. Harris. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. And now they'll throw with Lance. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Here's Harris. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And they'll go for it. Lance. He'll get this to Lazard. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On second down, it's Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And it's caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Jones now on 1st down. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, and he'll get nothing out of that one. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now Jones. A little short pass. This is Everett. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Just like that. Just like that. 26 months.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing Jones. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Jones throw complete here, pulled in by Brate. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now first and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. Not much there, only a yard. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. This likely a must-have, third and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Lions will take over. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So here come the Lions now. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Harris starts the drive on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Lions, their hopes of a winning campaign stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. So excellent starting field position here for the Chargers. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him. And
touchdown, Chargers! Gerald Everett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An extra quarterback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. On 2nd down, Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And one thing we do know, they will be a part of the playoffs come January. They have clinched the AFC West.
And that feels good for them, but they feel like their work is far from done, because as it stands right now, they won't have the first round bye. But a lot of teams would tell you, that's okay with us. We just want to get to the playoffs and wreak havoc from that point on.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On 1st down, it's Harris. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. All right, I
I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A first carry for Larry Roundtree III. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Draymond Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. There's Wilson to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Jimmy Moreland in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. Is it normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that? Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, You know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. And he'll find Everett there, complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Randy Gregory. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing is Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. L.A. readies for its next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. A little short pass. This is Everett. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
This is Harris.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 2 minutes on the clock. Second quarter. 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He will find his man Chase complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson out quickly to Judy. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson will throw again. Being chased out left. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. That's caught left side by Judy. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Wilson. That's complete. Okuebuna. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
And McManus able to put it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the visiting Raiders who were able to come away with the road win. Derek Carr leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Dalvin Cook over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. Justin Herbert has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw again. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 16.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Harris. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
But these guys are going to chomp into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. To throw is Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Joey Bosa in on the stop. They run it again with Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. This will be play number 9 in the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Here in Week 16, you are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Second and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they stop him short of the first.
as he can only get to the 20. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will get the lead up to 14. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Throwing now, Wilson on first. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Again, Wilson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Williams. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the ground, this is Williams. Williams loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this one is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. The Charger drive about to get going. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, what are they, about 95% chance of winning?
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Steps, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. On is the Chargers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates.
So glancing at these numbers, I think they tell a story of, hey, early on he got hot, he got their attention. They've been able to hone in on him, shut him down a bit.
He certainly did get their attention, and that's the ultimate compliment for a player, that when you come out in the second half, all of a sudden there's extra guys around you, there are different coverages rolled your way. That means you've done something really well. Now it's up to him to make his own adjustment and find a way to beat the new defenses he's facing.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know, in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Now Wilson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. And they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Chargers, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
today. From Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 80 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now. Number 3 in the league in rushing within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Looking to throw. Callaway going back to Allen. He's got him again. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep. From the 24, Stafford And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your...
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 25. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete, and they're able to get this one across the 35. On 1st and 10, Callaway quickly to Kelsey, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. From the gun, Callaway. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Callaway. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Off the play fake. Callaway. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Stafford on 1st down. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people say, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the 2nd quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Looking to throw. Callaway. Flushed. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Akeem Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun. Callaway over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford. A quick pass to Kupp. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. On 1st down, it's Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch.
We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them, not necessarily what you look at your plays.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The sack by Jordan Willis. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jordan Willis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, Callaway. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
2nd and 9 now. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Butker's kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So he splits the uprights, and it has to be a nice feeling. Right when I left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead in? And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Here's Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On first down, Stafford here. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's brought down. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So we've reached, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And the first half was not kind to him, and he knows that. 3 interceptions, but still tied, so kind of a clean slate.
I'd say it's a reprieve, because ordinarily you throw 3 interceptions, your team should be behind. So he has to be thinking to himself, okay, I'm off the hook for that one. I have to play better for my team here in the second half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Operating from the gun, Callaway. He finds his man, complete. That's more. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Back to throw. Callaway, complete. The tight end, Kelsey. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Looking to throw on second down. Callaway eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Looking to throw. Callaway. Allen's got it over the middle. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's first and 10 at the 14. Back to throw. Callaway. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And it's second down. Oh, strip. The ball comes out. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw on second and 10, Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. From the gun on third down, Stafford. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away.
and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Off play action. Callaway. He finds his target, Allen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2nd and 11 now. Looking to throw. Callaway. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Stopped up shy of the 45 despite some pretty powerful running. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. On 2nd and 9, Stafford, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Here's J.K. Scott now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But they've certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On 1st down, Callaway. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation, very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, Callaway. And this is caught. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
They're still looking for their 1st touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Nicole Hardman with touchdown number 8 on the year.
Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 10-3. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 31, Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now Stafford. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Callaway to the right side. It's Kelsey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Akers. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing is Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Rams on 3rd down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. From the 50, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And this game a little tough to figure out. He's got the 4 interceptions as we take a look at the struggles. They're winning, though.
If this were a movie, this script would be rejected by everyone in town because this isn't how it's supposed to be. The guy throwing the ball is supposed to be the hero, not the GOAT. But now he's got to find a way to make plays down the stretch that don't hurt his team anymore because they've taken great care of him throughout this one.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. From the gun on 3rd down. Callaway. And that one almost intercepted. Boy, he's got 2 already, nearly a 3rd, but not to be, and it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. On 3rd down, Akers. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Looking to throw. Callaway. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for KC. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Back to throw. Callaway. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's caught left side by Hardman. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Mostert. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. 59 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
That almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low school. Game. What a way to finish it.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Chiefs, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for L.A., it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.